Welcome, everyone, to the Lawrence Township Public School Board meeting. Can I have a roll call? Tom?
Ms. Bose.
Here.
Mr. Clark.
Here.
Mr. Caparata.
Here.
Ms. Evans.
Here.
Ms. Groger. Ms. Kelly. Ms. Martinez.
Here.
Ms. Pasculi. Mr. Van Hise. You have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Okay. We're going to go into executive session. The Open Public Meeting Act authorizes the Board of Education to meet in executive session under certain circumstances. The Open Public Meeting Act requires the board to adopt a resolution at a public meeting to go into private session. This evening, the Lawrence Township Board of Ed will be meeting in executive session to discuss certain items involving matters which, if publicly disclosed, would constitute an unwarranted invasion of individual privacy, and specifically this evening, HIB. Formal action will not be taken. Executive session is expected to last approximately 28 minutes. Can I have a motion to move into exec session?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll be back before 7 o'clock. Thank you. Have some performers this evening. Dr. Barriaxa is going to cue us up for our performers. If you want to, they're going to come up here, or we're going to turn around. Come on down. Come on down,
They're coming to us.
performers. Woohoo!
And parents, we don't mind if you want to come up and take pictures.
Yes, feel
So
free
don't
to
be
move
shy.
around the space however you want.
All right, as our LES friends are joining us, I'll wish everyone a good evening and introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name is Dr. Damian Barriaxa. I am the Math, Science, and Arts Supervisor for the elementary grades here in Lawrence Township. March is a special month in the arts world, as it is both Music in Our Schools Month and Young Artists Month, both of which are celebrated nationwide each March to recognize the importance of the arts in K-12 education. Our arts department is proud to spotlight Lawrenceville Elementary School this evening. On display tonight in the foyer, we have mixed media works and oil paintings from Ms. Ramondo's students from all grades K through 3 at LES. And Mr. Schloman is here with his music students to perform for us this evening. So, LES friends, take it away.
All right, well, thank you so much. I want to start by saying thank you so much for having us here tonight. We're very, very excited to give you a little presentation. This is going to be a short preview of our third grade musical, which is going to happen at the end of May. And this year's musical is called On Safari. So it's a sort of adventure through the African savanna. And along the way, we're learning a lot about different species and relationships between those species and plants and animals in the African savanna, which is very exciting as a nature nerd myself, along with music. So I'm enjoying that, and these wonderful third graders are here to sing 2 songs for you.
Could I ask you to pull the podium back a little bit? We
Sure.
can't
Oh, yeah,
see
I don't want to block
all the
anybody.
beautiful faces. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you for saying that. Is that better? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much. So we're going to sing 2 songs. The first one is called The Lion Doesn't Sleep Tonight. You may be familiar with the previous song, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And our second song is the title song of our show, which is called On Safari. So we'll start with The Lion Doesn't Sleep Tonight. Okay, so a very kind of mysterious song about the lion hunting at night. And our second song is On Safari, and at the beginning, you're going to hear two languages. Half of our group is going to be singing, so it's a call and response song. The call is in Swahili, and the response is the translation of the Swahili into English. So we'll have two languages. Very exciting.
Hello, my friend. Kuja safari. Come on a safari. Jambo rafiki. Hello, my friend. Karibuni sana. We are glad you're with us. I know a place where the sun shines bright and the lions keep roaring all through the night. The baboons call it home and Cape Buffalo roam, and the eagles are flying high. I know a place where no grasses sway and the laughing hyena can run and play. So many antelope. Oh, come on, let's go. Won't you join me in Africa? On safari, sunlight sizzles in the air. On safari, there's adventure everywhere. On safari, it's such an orange rain. On safari, it's never ever tame. On safari. I know a place with acacia trees and the elephants roam anywhere they please. From the massive and tall to the flying and small, there is wildlife from A to Z. On safari, sunlight sizzles in the air. On safari, there's adventure everywhere. On safari, it's such an orange rain. On safari, it's never ever tame. On safari, sunlight sizzles in the air. On safari, there's adventure everywhere. On safari, it's such an orange rain. On safari, it's never ever tame. On safari, Kuja safari.
And that's it. That's our little preview. So this is from, again, On Safari. It's on May 29th. If you're all invited to join us, it'll be wonderful at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's it. Girls, bravo. Nice job. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again for having us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming. That was wonderful. This is still time. I know. Yes.
Little ones are flat with pens. Behind the boys.
One of those moving ones. Get in at 7. Really
Tonight? Today? No.
lay down.
LTF
Put on
grants.
ice cream, and then icy hot back on that. Take a line. Wake up like, oh, wait. As soon as they sit up, are you kidding me? Everything's a distraction.
They might have left it. If you? No, yeah, we will. Yeah. Yep.
So how everything's so small detective. I had to do
I know.
because everything was
Absolutely.
We've already
Just speak your mind.
passed first. Yeah.
all right. Thankfully, I can.
You zoom in. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have too much. It's only 3 items.
2 minutes.
Say it in past tense. That's always been there. It's usually just a page you skip really quick.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. We're just going to wait another 45 seconds because we're broadcasting live and people tune in at 7, so we start at 7. So I apologize for the few second delay.
They missed the concert.
They did miss the concert, but they should watch it on Rewind. Right? We videoed the concert, so. As well as parents can watch it with their children. Okay. All right, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. Welcome to our board meeting. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advanced notice of and to attend meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. As required under law, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided via email and/or fax to the Times, the Lawrence Ledger, the Trentonian, the Public Library, and has been filed with the municipal clerk. This notice was provided prior to the 48 hours required by the Open Public Meetings Act. The board reserves the right to limit public discussion of personnel items and other matters as defined in the law. We'll do our flag salute.
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Okay. Student representative report, peer leaders, come on down, the floor is yours.
Hello, I'm Quinn. I'm a junior, and I'll be talking about the LHS sports. We have boys, girls in track, boys, girls in lacrosse, baseball, softball, tennis, golf, and we just started last week as we're transitioning from winter to spring. Some spring sports are having their scrimmages this week and next week, such as boys lacrosse team winning 11-1 today, looking to have another successful season. They're moving on to a varsity team this year. Other teams, baseball had a scrimmage yesterday. They won, and looking to have another successful season. Boys golf and girls golf have a game next week as well, and having another successful season and moving on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elliot Feynman, and I'm a junior. Last Thursday through Saturday, our students and families had the incredible opportunity to watch the LHS Theater Company bring the Addams Family to life. Directed by Miss Baldwin, the play was a huge success. The cast delivered on an amazing performance, and one of the standout elements of the show was the live pit, whose music added energy to every scene. From the acting to the music to the overall production, the LHS Theater Company truly created an unforgettable experience for everyone involved. It was a performance that showcased talent, hard work, and really showed the LHS spirit at its best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm James Lyons. I'm a junior. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. So I'll be talking about a couple of the things happening in our school. So we have the 3v3 basketball tournament coming up soon. It's the 25th of March, 2026, 6 p.m. in the LHS gymnasium. So obviously, 3 people get a team and they go against the teachers and then they go against students. We have trivia coming up. We have a Pfizer guest speaker for neuroscience activities. Then we have the peer leadership forums, which are out right now too. So for any new rising kids who want to be peer leaders, that is out. And then we have the Mario Kart competition too for the esports club. And then Lawrenceville Main Street volunteers needed also for the fair that's coming up. And then Cardinal Nest for resource periods in the library too. So those are some of the things happening in Lawrence High School.
Great, thank you.
Hi, my name is Luna. I'm a junior, and I'm going to be talking about class wars for this month. So basically, class wars are like competitions between each grade level where they can earn class points. And so for this month, Student Council decided to do a stairwell decorating competition where each grade was like tasked with decorating a stairwell with a theme based off of different movies. The freshmen have the theme of Inside Out. The sophomores are doing a Tangled theme. The juniors are doing an Up theme, and the seniors are doing a Rio theme. And at the end of the contest, staff will vote on which theme they like the best, and which grade level gets the most amount of votes will earn class points. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Okay.
Hello, my name is Redwick. I'm a junior. This week, juniors were testing for the NJGPA, creating a 2-hour delay for this freshmen, sophomores, and seniors. Next week, we have Spirit Week, which consists of the pep rally on Friday, which will show all the spring sports, and throughout the week, we'll have different themes, such as different matching clothings, which students will do to gain points for class wars. And then the week after, we will have spring break, and yeah.
Great, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, our student representatives. You're free to go or stay, whatever makes you happy. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Recognition and acknowledgements. I'd like to call up Mr. Tees and Ms. Eggert, our amazing DECA advisors, for a DECA recognition.
Hello, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Klim, administrators, and members of the Lawrence Committee. My name is Roshni Narka, and I am one of the co-presidents of Lawrence High School's DECA chapter, as advised by Mr. Tees and Mrs. Eggert. And before we get into the presentation, I'd like to introduce the rest of the DECA officer team. We have Leah Altchek, who also serves as co-president. We have Lily Orn and Alexis Audit as our vice presidents of career development. And we have Katie Dunn and Asta Patel as our vice presidents of public relations. Tonight, we're here to present some updates about our DECA chapter, including how much we've grown this year, our recent updates for the NJ State Career Development Conference, as well as our upcoming trip to the International Career Development Conference in Atlanta this April.
This year, Lawrence High School DECA has continued to grow and remains one of the most active student organizations in our school and the largest DECA chapter in Mercer County, New Jersey. Our chapter currently has over 226 members, representing students from different grade levels and programs throughout the school. Many students join DECA through business, entrepreneurship, marketing, and accounting classes, but the organization is open to anyone interested in learning more about business and leadership. Throughout the year, our members participate in community service, fundraising events, leadership activities, and business competitions that help us build skills we can use in college and future careers.
Earlier this month, 56 Lawrence High School students traveled to Atlantic City to compete in the New Jersey DECA State Career Development Conference. This conference brought together nearly 6,000 students from across New Jersey, all competing in a variety of events focused on marketing, finance, hospitality, and entrepreneurship. During the competition, students were challenged to solve real business problems, present their ideas to judges, and demonstrate strong communication and critical thinking skills.
We're proud to share that 14 Lawrence High School students advanced to the final round of competition. These finalists have earned the opportunity to represent LHS at the International Career Development Conference, which will take place this April in Atlanta, Georgia. Qualifying for ICDC is a huge accomplishment, and we're excited to represent our school and the state of New Jersey on the international stage. This success is a reflection of the hard work of our students and the support we receive from our advisors, teachers, administrators, and school community.
This year also included some special recognition for members of our Lawrence community. Our DECA advisors, Mrs. Alexis Eggert and Mr. John Tees, received the New Jersey DECA Outstanding Service Award. This award recognizes their dedication to supporting DECA members across the state and their work helping organize and run DECA conferences and events. We are also proud to share that our superintendent, Dr. Robin Clem, was named New Jersey DECA Administrator of the Year. This award recognizes her continued support of career and technical education and programs like DECA that provide students with real-world learning opportunities.
Looking ahead, we are very excited about attending the International Career Development Conference in April at Atlanta, Georgia. At ICDC, thousands of students from across the country and around the world to come together to compete, attend leadership at workshops, and connect with professionals. For many of us, ICDC is more than just a competition. It is an opportunity to learn, grow, and represent Lawrence High School on a much larger scale. We would like to thank the Board of Education, our administration, and our advisors, including our family members, for continuing to support DECA and the opportunities it provides for students. Thank you for your time and for this evening.
How lucky are we in Lawrenceville? We have such amazing advisors. Thank you to Mr. Tees and Mrs. Eggert and to Robin and Dr. Clem, DECA has always been such a meaningful group to our community. I'm amazed and thrilled at all of the great things that are happening within our DECA world. And thank you to our students and all their hard work this year. It's quite an accomplishment, so you should feel very proud of yourself. Let's give the DECA team one more big clap. Okay. Any other recognitions and acknowledgements? Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys. Adoption of the minutes from our 2/11/2026 meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second? Second. Tom with a motion and a second.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi?
Yes.
Mr. Van Hise? Excuse me, Ms. Bose?
Yes.
And Mr. Caparata?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you so much, Tom. Reports to the board. Dr. Clem, Superintendent's report.
All right, just want to say thank you to our Lawrence Elementary School third graders for singing tonight. What a beautiful preview of their upcoming concert. March is Music in Our Schools Month, and we are proud to have such a strong music program here in Lawrence. Please take a moment to enjoy the beautiful artwork, as Dr. Barry-Exa alluded to, in the hallway. And also staying in line with the theme of music and arts, I did go to the opening night of the Adams Family. It was tremendous. I'm certain I will see some of these students on Broadway. Thank you also to DECA for sharing your successes. It's an absolute honor to have been recognized alongside you in Atlantic City. I see you, and I got a chance to really embed myself in your hard work, so thank you to our advisors. For athletics, we are simply on fire for the 25-26 school year. We have had a tremendous amount of success at the high school level. The boys basketball team posted a 19-9 record, and earned #1 seed both in the CVC tournament and NJSIAA Central Jersey Group 3 playoffs, led by Marvin McNell, who surpassed 1,000 career points and finished with 1,226. The girls basketball team showed impressive strength, improving from a 6-20 record to a 15-12 record, establishing itself as a rising contender. In wrestling, Coach Chris Lynn earned his 400th career victory, leading the team to a 20-12 record in 5 county champions, while the girls program celebrated its first ever state place winner in Atlantic City. The swim program, I'm not done yet, remained competitive, with the girls reaching the NJSIAA playoffs and the boys advancing to the Central Jersey Group 3 finals. Winter track and field continued to gain valuable experience through invitational meets, and all teams were supported by, of course, our very strong cheerleading teams. Overall, the season reflected a great energy, pride, and unity across Lawrence Township School athletics. March is a month that we celebrate many successes. This year marks our 1-year anniversary of our $98 million referendum project that passed, that succeeded any project that we've ever here embarked on in Lawrence. That includes a great deal of planning and grade level restructuring. In just 1 year, we've made such significant progress. Some of our board members have come out to the Lawrence Middle School to see the auditorium. I think it's quite impressive how quickly we are moving along. We are projected to open the auditorium just this September for the new school year. Additionally, I hope the community will embark with us on our strategic planning. This is an opportunity to have your voice heard in the next 5 years as we roll out a strategic plan. As you know, the board and superintendent goals are derived from that, so we need your community voice. This is my shameless plug. The first meeting is April 15th, and there's flyers out where the agendas can be picked up for you to QR code sign in. Even if you can make one of the 3 meetings, we would love your voice at the table, students included. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize Women's History Month in honor of all of our trailblazing women who came before us, those leading today, and the young ladies in our schools who are helping to shape the future. I want to acknowledge our dedicated teachers here this evening, who will soon be recognized for their innovative grants for the Lawrence Township Education Foundation. But first, Mr. Eldridge and I will be joining the podium to do the budget preview.
Great, thank you.
All right, so welcome everyone. This is our draft budget review. Just for the public's knowledge this evening, we start out with a draft budget review, and then we have a public hearing on the budget come May, so you can expect that to be forthcoming. So as with every budget, we put our money where our constituents and our teachers and our instructional needs are. This year, I don't have my superintendent goals posted here because they will be derived from our strategic plan, which is coming down the pike. We are very excited to embark on a 5-year strategic plan. As I stated, there'll be 3 evenings dedicated to this. The team will be working through goals that typically center around academic excellence, facilities, and community. Some of our initiatives that we hope to embed in the plan, not only for the strategic plan, but have been included in this year's budget, are a continuation of preschool expansion. We will be opening 2 classrooms. We are very proud of our PEA expansion. For the public's knowledge, we'll be servicing just about 285 students coming into Lawrence Township Public Schools 2 years sooner than their kindergarten start with us. We are very proud of that. Our full preschool universe is about 500 kiddos, which we will be hoping to serve 3 years from now when the district reconfigures. We also are very proud to launch a public service academy at the high school. These are EMS workers, our public servants in the community. We are offering sort of internships and externships and partnering with emergency services. We're looking at different tracks for occupational therapy and speech pathology, and really just broadening the scope of career and technical education in this district. So I feel very proud of that. The team at the high school has worked really hard to set the footprint for that. Also, we are redefining district level and building level data teams. So we are continuing to look at professional development aligned to data-driven decisions. And of course, our lens is focused on student growth. Next, we have police officer presence in our schools. That will remain. I know safety is a #1 priority for our families, so we'll continue to honor that. And in addition, we will continue our community workshops. So we are surveying families. We want your voice in this process. Hopefully through the strategic plan, we will also get a sort of a lens on what the community wants to hear from us. Some of the workshops coming up that we will have planned and will absolutely deliver is continued curriculum evenings, so our families can engage with the curriculum and have an understanding at each grade level what our students are doing and how our classrooms are functioning. The second is always student safety and wellness. Mental health and social emotional learning is embedded throughout our curriculum, so it's really important that families partner with us and understand the resources available. And then, of course, you will hear from us the next 3 years until the district reconfigures. We will need the community's input on, how we reconfigure, what the branding looks like for our new upper elementary school, which will be LIS. What do families need with some of the core spaces? What do our children want out of this experience in each of our schools? And then, of course, making sure there's equity among our elementary buildings. And then finally, equity and access is always part of every budget plan that we have, that we put forth to this board. We are always looking at refining and revising programs to make sure that student voice and as our demographic changes, that's reflected in our instructional practice.
So the economic influences, those things that support or the constraints around providing the initiatives that Robin talked about. As you're aware, all the committees have discussed various aspects of this in their meetings over the course of 10 months, 8 months, I believe, when we started this. So, oops, I tried to use the laser pointer, Joey. Can you take me back? You're good. So, let me see if I can do that again without advancing. Okay, the laser pointer is advancing, so I guess I'm going to try and not do that. Okay, so we'll just move without the laser pointer. So of course, salaries are the major contributor to our budget, and we'll move and talk about those. The Personnel Committee and the Finance Committee have addressed those in various committees. Benefits and insurance costs are, of course, driving our budget as well, and we'll talk about those. Salaries represent roughly almost 60% of our budget, with benefits at about 21% of our budget. Pension costs are related directly to the benefit costs, and of course, everything is related to inflation as we are in a market economy. So we've controlled many of our contracted services to levels that were below their previous increases. However, they are increasing nonetheless. Change the slide, Joe. I'm afraid if I do it, it'll just go too fast. Yeah, sure, if I can have your laser pointer. Got a green laser pointer too. Woohoo, let me see. All right, I like this one better. Okay, so this is a slide that provides you with information for the changes between 2 school years. This is our current year and the proposed budget, and of course the changes are in this column. And a mirror image of this is next door to the right here. The first table is about what programs we're funding and what the level of programs is. The second table, same numbers in the aggregate except for what's purchased. So if we look at what's happening in the proposed budget, we can see the increases. And I think one notable thing jumps out at you, and that's this. That's employee benefits. That's not unique to Lawrence Township Public Schools. That's happening across the state of New Jersey right now, even though we're not part of the state health benefits program. The state health benefits program increases are in excess of 30% for medical and prescription. Ours are hovering somewhere around 18%. And so you'll see the increase there, followed by the increases in special education and general education. And I know I talked to this with respect to program, meaning our initiatives. You could easily spread these benefit costs out proportionately across these two. And so that's probably the best way to look at it. However, this is the presentation that the state of New Jersey uses. And so you'll see that we're going from $88 million, or close to 89, to rounded to $93 million, and here's your increase. And of course, the column charts here are for your review. If you like that USA Today approach, you can see what's happening. As we look at Gen Ed here, with a slight increase, special education, but as we go to the right, we see that these are true numbers in terms of its distance, that it is benefits that's driving our costs in the proposed budget. If we look to the right, we see the same bottom line numbers. Here's the current year bottom line, the current year bottom line in both places, and then the proposed budget in both places. Except in this table, what we do is we talk about the things that are within those programs. So here's salaries by itself, and then benefits. And so now what we're reporting is by which things we're purchasing and not the actual programs or cost centers. And in this, you see that indeed, benefits is still the #1 cost driver, and followed by salaries as you would expect it to be. This is no different than it's been in the past. Our budget hovers between 75% being comprised of salaries and benefits to 80%, and that's where it is now. This is something that we don't typically do, but we're putting it out there tonight. This is what's called the advertised budget. This is usually provided to you in the format from the state of New Jersey. This is an Excel format. Theirs is a little less user-friendly, but nevertheless, this is a mirror image of that, which we post on our website, where we show the breakdown of regular education, special education, and we show all of the various programs across the district. When we look at the budget this way, of course, the totals are the same, but here's benefits again, always driving and leading the way. If you're interested in what makes up our budget, here are those numbers I stated earlier. And you'll see that of the pie representing the total increase in the budget, which is $3.9 million here, it's made up majority of employee benefits. And what are our benefits? Our benefits are driven primarily, the largest component is your medical insurance, followed by prescription. And then after that, it's the pension costs and Social Security, then workers' comp. And so we have minor costs in there as well, dental and vision representing about $550,000 combined. We okay to move ahead on that? Okay?
Great, thanks, Tom.
As those things occur, those costs, as our people are delivering services, we're always looking to protect those services. We understand that there are limited resources, and so I wanted you to see all of the things that we do to keep costs in line. And I started with our innovations. Our preschool education expansion offsets our levy costs by about $800,000 a year. That means that as we embarked on preschool education with our kids that are going to be upwards of $285,000, the costs that we used to bear through our tax levy are somewhat borne by preschool education. So now what's happening is, once upon a time, the general fund took the full weight of all of the overhead costs in a school, which would be the principal, the secretary in the main office, the nurse. Now what's happening is PEA, which is a separate budget entirely from this, is picking up 20% of the cost of some of those people. And so PEA is helping us out with about $800,000 worth of costs that used to be paid from the general fund. And this is substantial for us. Some of the things that, if you're new to the Board of Education, you may not know, but we have about 5,000 solar panels on our roof to reduce our energy consumption. We have run our own private fiber optic network so that we don't pay for T1 lines through Verizon. These are all things we've done over the years, in addition to the typical things that you would expect if you look over at purchasing, where you see all of our cooperative purchasing where we buy in bulk. On the agenda tonight, and noted up here in purchasing, is we also purchase our health benefits through a co-op with roughly 60 other districts. And so you'll see that on the agenda tonight. People often ask us about what we do with other school districts. Indeed, we do share routes with other school districts where we transport students to out-of-district placements. We will couple up with Hopewell or West Windsor. We will go all the way up to Union County and create jointures, and this Board of Education approves them almost every meeting to constrain costs. And so there's many things that we do. Some of the most important things we do that affect students are here in our mutual support. One of the greatest partnerships we have is the Lawrence Township Police Department. They're a part of our family. They're almost part of our staff. You'll see them here if you walk through our schools. They know our kids, and they protect our most precious people. The rec department is here probably right now in the pool, so we couple with them as well, and the public works department. So there are any number of these things that I'd love to talk about at length. The Lawrence Township Education Foundation is here tonight. They're here with innovative ideas to support, to seed teacher ideas so that we can be innovative like we were here. And sometimes those things take off. So moving on, where are we with the revenue side? Lawrence Township Board of Education received an additional $550,000 broken up into various forms of state aid, not just here but other places, for the 2026, 2027 budget. So we had increases in state aid. This is the general operating account, but we also saw an enormous increase in state aid with respect to our debt service account for our referendum. And so indeed, we do have a tax levy increase that is here. We are beyond the 2% cap. We're using what's called a cap waiver or a spending growth limitation adjustment for health benefits. For people who are interested in tax impact, I've brought that here for you in the lower right-hand corner and set that table so that you can calculate that yourselves if you're interested, or I can help you with it at some other time. If you call, I would be happy to help. So, our next steps and our transparency. The budget will be posted online at under the business office. It'll also be posted on the main webpage with a direct link right off the main webpage so that you can read the entire thing yourself. Our next steps at this point are to take this, ask you for your approval. This is a draft budget. We will submit the budget to the Mercer County Department of Education. They will review it for all sorts of things. For propriety, they'll review it for common errors. They're team members of ours. This is not an adversarial relationship. When we talk to Rich Kilpatrick or the county superintendent, they're looking to make sure that we're successful. They will review it. They will either ask us to make changes or they'll approve it, and then we will advertise the budget similar to the long table I showed you, and we will have a budget hearing on May 6th. At that budget hearing, we'll do something similar to this. Over the past, I'm going to say, maybe 10 to 15 years, we've had no changes between this draft budget and the public hearing. Things have been relatively smooth. And with that, this says exactly what I just said. And if we can answer any questions, we'd be happy to do that. I know it's dry stuff, huh?
Just want to, I just want to connect the dots because we always say this, but so if for those of us who are on finance committee, like we break down those pieces minute to minute, kind of at a different level, like you said over the last 8 months. So I guess I would be also curious if we have a pretty full room today, so just questions between now and May that we can help answer, because I think you at all times answer a lot of our questions through committee meetings and late night emails from some annoying board members. So I just want to put it out there. Like, I would be curious, you put it out so clearly, and if there are public questions between now and May to help everyone understand going into the strategic planning, like what are questions out there in the general public?
Thank you for that. If anyone ever has any questions, they're always free to call. One of the things that I'll comment on with respect to our own governance here is that everything that's inside of that budget are the things that the committees on the Board of Education have been reporting out on the entire year. So there's nothing new there. Those numbers reflect all of your reports. And so as you report, we take note, and then we build the budget around that. So the budget itself, even though this is the season for the approvals, is something that we develop all through the year. So we're constantly building a budget for PEA or an energy budget or health benefits, or looking at something for the innovative programs that we do. All right.
Great, thanks so much.
You good?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Now's the big part of the night. Many of our guests were waiting for this, the LTF. Come on down.
Giglio.
Good evening. Hello. Well, our teachers got quite a lesson today. They usually get to go before your budget, so I'm sure it was illuminating. My name is Bonnie Giglio. I'm the Executive Director of the Lawrence Township Education Foundation. We are here today to present to the board our spring grant cycle. We got, I want to say 38 grants. We were able to fund 27? I don't have the number here. A total of, oh, there it is, 39,765 in grants. We had some amazing grants, and we are very excited to read them to you. So the first school I'm going to talk about is Ben Franklin Elementary. The first grant was Wonder Books for $500, awarded to Rachel Burke and Beth Hopkins. If you're here, if you could stand, we'll give you a little clap. Congratulations. This grant will provide a collection of Wonder Books to be used with kindergarten through third grade students at Ben Franklin. The Wonder Book is a regular book with an audiobook reader attached to the front cover. Wonder Books allows students access to higher level text while still having a physical book in their hand. Wonder Books can be used individually with headphones or with a group looking at the same book and listening together with a built-in speaker. Wonder Books include story mode to listen to the story and listening mode with comprehension questions to spark book discussions and higher order thinking about the text. The second grant was Books for the Wonder Book Club for $301, awarded to Beth Hopkins and Rachel Burke. This grant will support our Wonder Book grant by turning these texts with audio into a book club for up to 4 readers. Students in grades K through 3 with varying reading levels can hold a read aloud Wonder Book with students, with a student can use to independently read a book club. A book group, sorry. By supporting this grant, each Wonder Book will have 3 additional paperback copies so that students may follow along with their classmates. Our next grant is BF Outdoor Explorers for $1,565, awarded to Kim O'Boyle and Terry Krisak. This grant will continue to build an outdoor sensory area for all students at Ben Franklin that will infuse learning into sensory and gross motor play. The last one at Ben Franklin is BF Zones Book Nook, awarded to Megan Umbach. This grant will create a comprehensive library of self-regulation and social-emotional learning literature in order to supplement the recently purchased Zones of Regulation digital curriculum for use in all classrooms at Ben Franklin Elementary. The Book Nook at Eldridge Park Elementary School, which was a grant that we funded last cycle, has demonstrated strong staff buy-in and effectiveness in supporting students' social emotional learning. The Ben Franklin Book Nook will model this successful program, ensuring consistency, accessibility, and meaningful implementation across the school. Okay. Lawrence Elementary School. Our first grant is Growing Green Thinkers 2 for $500, awarded to Kristen Burke. This grant will expand on a previous LTEF grant, adding books that will be used in the K through 3 students in classrooms and learning corners to deepen understanding of climate awareness, conservation, and responsibility for caring for our Earth. By pairing engaging literature with existing visual supports, we will continue to foster early literacy, curiosity, and a shared commitment to keeping our environment clean and beautiful. Our next one is Playtime on the Playground for $380, awarded to Kathleen, I did not practice, Jagodzinski. This grant will provide a playhouse for the upper playground, kindergarten playground area at LES. The upper playground has a playground surface that complies with ADA guidelines, ensuring that individuals with disabilities can navigate this area with ease. This project will provide more play opportunities for students who play in this area during recess time. And our last grant at LES is Afro-Brazilian Music, Dance, and Martial Arts Assembly for $985, awarded to Jennifer Zatoni. And this grant will provide an engaging and educational cultural experience for students at LES with the Afro-Brazilian Music, Dance, and Martial Arts Assembly. This program introduces students to Afro-Brazilian traditions through live music, dance, and movement-based martial arts, fostering cultural awareness and appreciation. By participating in this interactive assembly, students will gain exposure to diverse artistic expressions while developing respect for global cultures and communities. I'm going to let my board talk so you don't have to hear me the whole time.
Hi, Jessica Heller, representing Lawrence Township Education Foundation. So I'd like to tell you about Eldridge Park grants. We have the playground equipment for kindergarten playground, $3,362, awarded to Violet Millington, Kara Manick, and Amy Ament. This grant will fund age-appropriate playground equipment that supports daily active play and physical activity to enhance gross motor development and physical fitness for our pre-kindergarten and kindergarten students. We also have Zoe books to support language development for $995, awarded to Mira Rue. This grant will provide interactive Zoe books to elementary students at Eldridge Park that will support language development and early literacy. These durable hands-on books engage students while building vocabulary, sequencing narrative skills, expressive language, following directions, turn-taking, and fine motor skills. By integrating Zoe books into the speech therapy and classroom environment, students will gain frequent, meaningful opportunities to strengthen foundational language and literacy skills in an engaging and interactive way. And now we're going to move on to Slackwood Elementary School. We have Nature Neighbors Pre-K through 3 Community Explorers for $500, awarded to Ebony Latimer. This grant will fund a program that will allow Slackwood to work collaboratively with the Watershed Institute and the Lawrenceville School to provide students in grades pre-K through 3 a safe environment to feel confident, learning about and exploring the outdoors and fostering creativity and curiosity and the affinity for the natural world. And we also have Enhancing Language Development for K through 3 ELLs for $2,100, awarded to Haley Andrew and Leah Urizar. This grant will expand access to instructional technology by providing additional iPads for K-3 ESL students. The devices will be used during structured small group instruction to support listening, speaking, reading, and writing activities. Increased access to technology will allow multilingual learners to receive differentiated language supports and more equitable learning opportunities. Thank you.
I'm Kathy Baldessari, and I'll be reading the grants from LIS, and there's a lot of them. Thank you. All right. We have, first of all, the Weekly Hoot Shining Bright for $359, awarded to Andrew Sensi. This grant will fund in addition to the Weekly Hoot Morning Announcements Program, which was a previous LTEF grant. This project will address the needs of not having good lighting for the show. This will also give it even more of a live show look. They go live every Friday morning and have started playing games where all students and staff are encouraged to call down to interact on the live show. Then we have Fueling the LIS Maker Cart for $3,750, awarded to Monica Pontari and Juliet Lay. This grant will provide replenishment materials from the BMS-funded Maker Cart for all students at LIS. This will provide all students the opportunity to continue building, tinkering, creating, and innovating during LIS's Enrichment Special. Next is BrightLink Interactive Laser Display Technology for $3,920, awarded to Catherine Wink Gilligan, Whitney Robinson, and Jessica Dumont. This grant was designed to support 4th and 5th grade special education students at the Lawrenceville Intermediate School by funding the classrooms with essential multisensory tools, 2 Epson interactive projectors, to support student academic achievement in mathematics and ELA. These resources will facilitate tactile learning and boost productivity, ensuring students in both Classroom 10 and Classroom 46 to receive the specific engagement and IEP accommodations they need to succeed. Next, we have Language in Hand for $1,127 awarded to Katie Kachas. This grant will provide iPads for ELL students in grades 4 to 6 at LIS to support center-based ESL instruction that promotes listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Through engaging differentiated learning activities, students will actively participate in language practice, receive immediate feedback, and demonstrate measurable growth across all 4 ESL domains. Next, we have Classroom Handheld Microscopes for $1,077, awarded to Peter Brainer and Amelia Ermer. This grant will provide classroom sets of handheld microscopes for 4th through 6th grades at LIS in order to give all students access to science equipment that will allow them to see the world around them from a different perspective. Normally, microscopes are large, expensive, and limited to a science classroom. These microscopes will allow all students to experience the microscopic world both in and outside of the classroom. Next, we have scooters for fitness at LIS for $750, awarded to Katie Jagodzinski and Rebecca Finley. Again. Did I get it? This grant will provide scooters for physical education classes at LIS, primarily for special ed students, but could be used by any student to learn how to move on a scooter. By bringing scooters to LIS, students will be given the opportunity to learn an age-appropriate motor skill that can translate into a fitness activity they can use for life. It can also increase student social opportunities and engagement with others while working on balance, motor coordination, and endurance. Next, we have STEM Challenge Starter Kit for $3,000, awarded to Amanda Brogan. This grant will provide supplies for various STEM challenges for 6th grade science students at LIS. The goal is to encourage creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving skills through a variety of highly engaging, low-stakes opportunities in the science classrooms. Skills acquired through the STEM challenges made possible by this grant would enhance students' understanding of and proficiency in carrying out the engineering design process, an overarching skill that will become increasingly important as they continue on their journey as young scientists. And we have one more, flexible seating for $360, awarded to Mary Buck and Jessica Allenbuck. This grant will provide flexible seating, wobble stools, for 4th grade students in Allenbach-Buck classroom at LIS in order to promote student collaboration, engagement, and comfort during learning activities. LIS.
Hi, I'm Courtney Smiles Haggerty, and I'll be presenting the middle school. First, we have Hidden in Plain Sight for $1,450, awarded to Allison Fisher, Neil Desai, and Kelly Tonelli. This grant will provide an interactive substance abuse awareness and prevention program for middle school and high school staff and families in order to increase early identification of warning signs, strengthen prevention efforts, and improve communication between adults and adolescents around substance use, and risky behaviors. Next, we have TV Studio WLMS teleprompter for $900, awarded to John Eric Stamatelos. This grant will provide a teleprompter for 7th and 8th grade students at LMS in order to enhance the quality and realistic production of the weekly school announcement program, WLMS. We also have the mobile production suite for $3,434, awarded to John Eric Stamatelos and Daniel Van Loo. This grant will provide a mobile TV studio for 7th and 8th grade students at LMS to have the flexibility to and ability to film, record, and produce videos in any classroom. And finally, at LMS, we have Constructing Creativity for $2,100 awarded to Karen Richardson. This grant will provide student-safe cardboard cutting tools for middle school art classes and creative programs at Lawrence Middle School in order to enhance hands-on learning, promote student independence, and ensure safe participation in cardboard-based design projects.
Excuse me, Ms. Haggerty, but didn't I see there's a hidden in plain sight event coming up in the future?
All right, thank you. I'm Charles Snellings, and I'm going to present the high school grants. First, we have a poster-sized printer for $1,200 to John Tees. This grant will fund a poster-sized printer that will allow the DECA chapter and Business Academy to create high-quality professional posters for in-house events, competitions, and school promotions. Next, it's Center Stage Anywhere for $2,973, and this is awarded to Mandy St. Pierre Johnson, and then 3 students, Parita Cirrus, Alexandria Cifelli, and Mia Swingle. This grant will provide flexible, portable performance lighting for high school music students at Lawrence High School in order to support high-quality performances in community venues and non-traditional spaces that are not designed or equipped for live music. Impaired driving awareness and prevention were $1,100 awarded to Michael Abbott and Ashley Palomli. This grant will provide an impaired driving simulation experience using the Fatal Vision Alcohol Program Kit for high school driver education classes at Lawrence High School in order to increase student awareness of the dangers of alcohol-impaired driving. And then finally, we have Expanded Math Discourse in BTC with VNPS. It's a lot of abbreviations there. But this grant will provide the installation of multiple large magnetic whiteboards in room 232. And by providing these high quality vertical non-permanent surfaces, there's your VNPS if you want the breakdown. The project aligns with district goals of supporting the building thinking classroom strategy and enhances daily mathematical discourse and engagement. What's that? Oh, I'm so sorry. That was awarded to Jacqueline McSheen, Dawn Recintio, and Rebecca George.
All right. Well, as you can see, there's some pictures of our grant day when we come, and everyone was in sweatpants that day, so sorry about that. I will try to schedule it a different time. But as you can see, we get a lot of grants. There are ones we can't fund, but the ones that we are able to fund are only funded because of the support of community members and donors. So if you click that slide, we have an event coming up. This is a free event that we're doing in conjunction with a grant we got from BMS. It's very similar to elementary school science days, but we're doing it on a district level. So that's our Maker Day next Saturday at the high school. This Saturday. I know what date it is. And then we're gonna, it's been a long day. This is our big event. So Lawrence Has Talent, save the date, April 17th. I'll give you a little secret. Tickets will be on sale on Friday. And the art contest we opened this week as well. So if you don't want to be on stage, if you have talents that are artistic, join the art contest. This year we're going to have all of the people who join the art contest can bring their art, and we're going to have a gallery set up in the auxiliary gym so everyone can show off their art as well as their insane talent. And so we just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much for having an amazing teachers who ask for these amazing ideas. I'm going to give you the real check. And then we're going to have the big check. And if we could take a quick picture and then.
So teachers, can you bring your checks down here to the pit with the Board of Ed? We're going to do a quick group photo. Thank you.
If you didn't grab it, I have a few here and I didn't know. I know. And then.
Thank you so much, LTEF, and to all of our teachers. Bye. Have a good night. Okay.
It's much better.
Sorry, you should wear your sweater because you use how long.
Okay.
Front row. Did you say hello?
Oh.
You think?
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right, Dr. Klim, do you have anything else you want to say? No. All right. We're going to keep rolling because we like to get done on time here. Board President's report. Good. Board Secretary report. Tom, you're up. That's even better than my report.
I was going to defer everything to Pepper, but I would, and I still will for the majority for the Finance Committee. Only like to report to the board that we opened bids today for the LIS lavatory project. And so it appears that the bids we received were around the budget that we were thinking, and we hope to have those to you for the April meeting for award. And we are out for the Slackwood ramp also. So we're moving ahead on those other things. Those are not part of your Finance Committee report, but you would be interested in knowing those things. That's it.
That's great news. Thank you so much. All right, the Board President report. Good evening, everybody. There is so much to celebrate tonight, but first I would like to just recognize the tremendous effort behind the development of this year's budget. The budget process is a team effort requiring months of thoughtful planning, collaboration, and ongoing adjustments as state aid figures get finalized. Throughout this work, we are charged with identifying ways to operate more efficiently while protecting the integrity of instruction for all of our students. As you heard this evening from Dr. Klim and Mr. Eldridge, our district benefits from a leadership team grounded in a growth mindset and forward thinking. These complex and often difficult decisions are the result of a commitment to excellence. On behalf of the board, I commend our leadership team for their dedication, professionalism, and unwavering focus on what is best for our students, our district, and our overall community. In that spirit, I would also like to recognize two significant accomplishments within our leadership team. Firstly, Dr. Klim has completed all coursework required to earn her school business administrator certification. Her commitment to lifelong learning and growth reflects a deep dedication to strengthening her leadership. This is particularly meaningful at a time when our district is marking the one-year anniversary of our successful bond referendum, and as we prepare to complete phase 1 of the project, the middle school auditorium. I'd also like to tell people, I don't believe there are any other superintendents in the state of New Jersey that have completed their school business administrator certification. And I don't know if everybody is aware of how fortunate we are in Lawrence Township to have Dr. Klim as our leader. She is always striving to do better for us. She's always dedicated herself to our district and our community. And for me personally, it has been a wonderful growth journey, as I too am learning many new things. And I think it has made our board a better board. She leads by example. She is constantly challenging the board to do more and do better. And I know that she's done that to our schools and our teachers. And I know at the end of each year we can look back and reflect and know we've come so far. And I am just so proud to have her as our superintendent and feel blessed for our community. I mean, just this year alone, we have done so many incredible things. So thank you, Dr. Klim. Additionally, we will also be celebrating Dr. Sarah Foster. She is our secondary STEAM supervisor who successfully defended her doctoral dissertation this week. Dr. Foster, this is a tremendous accomplishment and a testament to her hard work, perseverance, and commitment to excellence. Please join the board in congratulating Dr. Klim and Dr. Foster and recognizing the collective efforts of our entire leadership team in Lawrence Township. Finally, I would just like to wish all of our students, staff, and families a wonderful spring break, which is starting on March 30th. Thank you. Okay, liaison reports. Unfortunately, our student board member, Radima Pandey, is out sick today, so she'll return next month. I hope she feels better. Lawrence Township Education Foundation, we just had their presentation. We can move on from that. Nobody here has anything from New Jersey school boards? Dr. Klim? Nope. Okay. Joanne will give us an update next month. I am very, very confident of that. Anything on reconfiguration? No, nothing yet. And student services.
Student Services meeting was held on March 2nd. In attendance, Vanessa Bakarsiak, Mackenzie Kelly, and myself, Arndell Clark. Items to highlight. The resource fair has taken place on March 7th. Many were in attendance with the max of 44 vendors that RSVP that was covering, but not limited to mental health, summer camps, dentists, outside services such as speech and counseling, and many more. Info was sent out for a duration all the way up to the event. CPAC, the next scheduled meeting is for March 25th. Dr. Tracy Drunkenbrod will be leading part 2 of an executive function discussion. There's also recently been reading presentations that have taken place for staff and other admin. Those presentations covered Reading Mastery, which took place on February 28th, and Sunday Learning, which took place on March 5th. That ends the report.
Okay, thank you. Review of communication. We don't have any. This is our first opportunity for public comment. Okay. The Board of, you can come up to the podium. I'm just going to read something first.
Great, thank you.
The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and school matters of community interest. In support of this position, the law establishes a period of public comment at every board meeting. Individuals wishing to speak must state their name and address or write it down. Comments are limited to 3 minutes in duration, but individuals may speak a second time after all others who wish to speak on the topic have been heard. The board may require that individuals register to speak prior to the beginning of the meeting. Participants may submit written material in support of their position. All statements and/or questions shall be directed to the presiding officer, and no participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are requested to express themselves in a civil manner, with due respect for the dignity and privacy of others whose legal rights might be affected. Please note, while it is not the board's intention to stifle comment on matters of legitimate concern to the school community, the public should be aware that if their statements violate the rights of others under the law governing defamation or invasion of privacy, they may face personal liability to the injured party. If speakers are uncertain of the legal ramifications of their comments, the board urges them to seek guidance beforehand from their own legal advisor.
That's quite a bit. I'm not sure if
A lengthy thing that we're saying.
go forward at this point, but good evening, members of the school board. My name is Marcus Dyer. I live at 1 Melvina here in Lawrence Township, and this is my lovely daughter, Elena, and she's with the middle school. And first, I want to say thank you so much for the work that you do. I sincerely appreciate your hard work, and the public schools here in Lawrenceville, I think have done a tremendous job with my children. So I do want to thank you for that. And we are here to talk briefly about an issue that we believe is affecting many children in our community, and that is the excessive use of technology, particularly smartphones and social media. To be clear, we are not talking about the use of technology in general. Okay, we know that that can be very useful, and it's actually essential for children. But the concern is with excessive use. And I want to be honest, this is something I didn't personally know a whole lot about even a year ago. So I will share with you 3 quick things that I learned in the past year. You all probably know this, but I'll just share it with you anyway. So social psychologist Jonathan Haidt writes extensively about this topic in his book, Anxious Generation. And there he explains when smartphones and social media became nearly universal among adolescents, rates of anxiety, depression, self-harm, social isolation among teenagers rose sharply. A recent article by the Nicholas Children's Hospital notes that when screen addiction becomes severe, the long-term effects can be as serious as brain damage. And a coalition of state attorneys general have filed suit against major technology companies, I guess within the last couple of months, alleging that tech companies intentionally design programs to addict children, even though they know that that can harm children's mental health. In our family, we have seen firsthand how difficult this tech challenge can be. Before high school, we had a son who was an honor student, a tremendous athlete. And but over time, we've watched him experience some pretty severe struggles. And that surprised us because our son is one who cares deeply about doing the right thing. He's the kind of kid who will walk around and tell other kids that you shouldn't vape, you shouldn't smoke, and you should not do engage in any other behaviors that can be harmful to your health. And so, yeah, despite that awareness that he has, we struggle mightily to convince him that excessive tech use can be harmful. And that led me to a question I couldn't answer. And that is, why is that the case? Why does he understand, the magnitude of these other problems, but thinks tech use is a non-issue? And that question I put to my daughter, and she explained to me why she believes our son cannot be convinced excessive use of tech can be harmful. And she also has a recommendation. So with that, I will cede the floor to my daughter.
Thank you.
Good evening, members of the school board. My name is Elena Dyer. I'd realized that I've been learning about the consequences of vaping every year since first grade, with near constant visits from professionals telling students about the issue. Because of this, many students are aware of the possible consequences of vaping, even if they end up doing it anyway. On the other hand, students are not taught about the possible severity of tech overuse the way we are taught to stay away from vapes and smoking. If there was even a little more structure or even a singular class during health to educate students, I believe that students would understand the consequences of tech overuse much better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. No board discussion or work session this evening. Board discussion and action items, personnel committee report, and personnel action items.
I'm going to do my best to channel Joanne Groger, the positive pragmatism. But humor me if I can't have her same zest and zeal for things. So the Personnel Committee met on March 11th of this year. In attendance were Dr. Robin Klim, Sean Fry, Mr. Arundel Clark, myself, Michelle Bowes, and Joanne Groger. We discussed positions posted for math and English at LMS and are currently interviewing for a humanities supervisor. On tonight's agenda, we are recommending our new Director of Facilities, very exciting. We reviewed round 2 staffing, updates, and projection. No changes to policy 4219. And on tonight's agenda, you will find approvals for resignations, staff members, leaves, substitute teachers. Resignations for retirement. We would like to recognize 3 retiring custodians as set as of August 1st. The head custodian at LES, Jose Perdomo. Jose will have held this position for 17 years and 3 months. Myra Perdomo, a custodian at Lawrence High School for 21 years and 1 month. And last, but certainly not least, the head custodian at Lawrence High School, Luis Ruiz, 20 years and 3 months. All 3 of these dedicated custodians are well respected by students, staffs, and administration. Their commitment to our district has not gone unnoticed, and we thank them for their years of service. We hope retirement is full of good health and good times for each and every one of them. If anybody would have any comments upon these retirements, now would be the time. Great. In addition, on the agenda, you'll see leave replacements and unused sick days, also appointments for staff member substitutes, start date amendments, and rescinding of a position. With all above, I'd like to move P1 through P25.
Second? So move.
Second. And Tom with a motion and a second.
Mr. Caparata.
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly. Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi.
Yes. And
Ms. Bowes.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And welcome to Mr. Wilson Contero. We're happy to have you on board. Okay. Next up is CIAPD report and student services.
Oh, that's me. You call it curriculum. For the CIPD meeting, we met on March 10th, 2026, at the Board of Education Conference Room. The members were myself, Michelle Bowes, Pepper Evans, Jean Musi, Maureen Hayes, Damian Barriaxa, and Mr. Desai. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm tired too. Where's Ronnie? All right. We discussed the success of the curriculum evening, which was followed up by the community meeting here at the high school, and was very well advertised and communicated, and we had a great outcome, and so that's something that was covered. And then we had a wonderful presentation, and I think just want to give the district some kudos. Is in the curriculum meeting, there were questions, particularly about gifted and talented, and so Jean Musi was able to present to us some really responsive next steps for improving the communication around that, and also reported out on our Title I school-wide surveys that go out to parents, where we learned that parent and school connections are very strong here, and parents are looking for more information about the math curricula. Excuse me. So a lot of the theme of the day was really some great responses to parent and community engagement and needs. We also had a presentation on the current, some highlights. There's a lot of information and data that we collect from our students, but this was a mid-year checkpoint on different screeners and diagnostic assessments to see both we're looking for the progress of our students, where there are bright spots. So we looked at growth across schools and where there's some great bright spots where the focus will be in the coming months to continue to support students who are struggling. And really related to the budget address, we're also looking to hear at our committee meetings how our curricula and programs that we fund are working. So that's something that we can see both mid-year and then obviously at the end of the year when we're evaluating the success of the curricula and programs. So we also discussed preschool outreach, which was really great. The district has asked parents who were registering how they found out, because that's really important for equity and access, that our students know they have the available seat here in Lawrence. And it was really great to see that we know how parents are finding out about the information they need for preschool. There's an upcoming event, as mentioned, Hidden in Plain Sight, for a drug awareness workshop on April 13th, 7 p.m. I noticed we already got a nice notice on talking points. So that's for families to remember. And we reviewed the policy for students' use of privately owned technology in a first reading, promotion and retention, and something that we've mentioned that we are passing on to finance is the visitor policy here at the district, and we were asking for some additional information about student safety protocols and making sure that our visitor policy is implemented across the district and as similarly as possible. And then we're all looking for district input on security metrics to make sure that's okay. For the motions for the OIS, I'm gonna mess this up. So you'll see here various opportunities for professional development, and OIS 3 is a motion for different locations for field trips. I can do all of, can I do OSS?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then the OSS 1 is a motion to approve the out-of-district placements, which we see often. So with that, I make a motion to move.
And there's a 2.
And there's a 2, just kidding. To approve the harassment, intimidation, and bullying reports school year to date. Thank you. So with that, I make a motion to move OIS 1 through 3 and OSS 1 and 2.
Second. Tom, with a motion and a second.
Mr. Caparata.
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly. Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi.
Yes.
Ms. Bose.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Tom. It's our favorite time of the night, finance.
Finance, that's the moment you've been waiting for. Finance met on March 13th. Joining me were Paul Caparata, Diana Pasculi, Olga Martinez filling in for Kevin Van Heist, Dr. Klim, Tom Eldridge, Jen Baldessari, and Joel Pozluzny. On the topic of construction, the auditorium construction at LMS is on time and on budget. We are considering including the auditorium roof in the auditorium renovation project. Architect consultant fees, we will be amending the architect's contract to include additional fees for specialized consultants. YMCA is our after-school provider. We will be renewing their contract, and this is the final year before we rebid. Tom talked to you about the internal service fund, the prescription stuff. Lawrence Day School is where we have one of our community partners for the preschool. We discussed reviewing their contract. On the topic of the draft budget, I'd like to go line by line with you all so you're sure of what's inside. No, I won't. All right.
You have to do it in 4 minutes.
Oh, in Pig Latin. In Pig Latin, I can do it. The committee agreed that when parents submit late applications for
aid in lieu. Those payments will be made with the next aid in lieu payment cycle. Transportation, multiple drop-off and pickup locations. So if you want your child to be picked up one place in the morning and another place in the afternoon, or it's different when it rains, or it's different when another parent has custody, we are only allowing a single point of pickup and drop-off for student transportation. Custodial contract was awarded. Seems like we need it. We just lost 60 years of custodial excellence. Playground equipment was discussed. The equipment will be installed at Slackwood, Eldridge Park, Lawrence High, Lawrence Elementary School, and Ben Franklin School. Lawrence High School's getting playground equipment?
A little bit.
All right.
That's for us.
Oh,
We get to go.
Those chairs that build your balance, that's what we need. There'll be Chromebook purchases, the school visitor policy Diana hit on, and we talked about Wilson Quintero being our new director of facilities. And with that, I would like to move school business numbers 1 through 25.
Second. The motion and second, Tom?
Ms. Martinez, you were second? Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Ms. Martinez.
Mr. Caparata.
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly. Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi.
Yes.
Ms. Bose.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. We just wanted to see if people were paying attention tonight, so Pepper and I are going to keep it real.
Yeah.
Ms. Martinez will be doing new business.
On new business, we have confirm appointments due to clearance for 2025-2026 school year, unpaid leaves of absence, approvals for travel log, and award a transportation contract to RPM Transportation Enterprises for Route Q-HEP as of March 23rd, 2026. I would like to move NB1 through NB5.
Second.
Tom, with a motion and a second.
Mr. Caparata.
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Ms. Evans.
Yes.
Ms. Kelly. Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
Ms. Pasculi.
Yes.
Ms. Bose.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And with that, we can adjourn for the evening. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. 8:19, Tom.